Namaste. Welcome to today's discourse on the teachings of Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj. This is the March 19th discourse, where Maharaj beautifully explains the essence of selfless love and how it can transform our lives. Love is the foundation of all relationships, yet true, unconditional love is rarely found in human interactions. Why is this so? Maharaj guides us on how to cultivate pure love, embrace differences, and experience true harmony. Let's dive into his profound words. Love is a fundamental instinct common to all beings, including man. Indeed, life devoid of love will be unendurable. On the other hand, pure love can conquer the whole world. The giving of love involves no effort, costs no money. And yet, we do not find love universal. Pure, selfless love, in fact, is rarely to be found in human dealings. The reason lies in differences between individual likes, dislikes, and nature, and in mutual relationships inherited from past births. It is understandable that people take kindly to persons of agreeable nature and similar ways of thinking and living. Dissimilarity in these respects may correspondingly cause apathy, but the antipathy or hatred which people often feel is unjustifiable. It should be borne in mind that the reason for which we entertain hatred may similarly suffice for the other person to hate us. The adage "many men, many minds" should never be lost sight of. People are bound to have divergent views and different likes and dislikes. We should always make an allowance for variety in these respects, and treat people with the same tolerance that we expect from them, and not hate them. Rather, we should try to see what common and agreeable factors we can find in others, and therewith establish mutual concord and love. Make a beginning with your own family, gradually extending the circle of love to include other relatives, friends, and acquaintances, and ultimately to embrace in it all humanity. This feeling of love should be pure, devoid of all selfishness and guile. It should become a part of our nature, and should be reflected in all our actions, speech, and even look. At home, there should be mutual regard and loving consideration. Mutual relations in a family should be of love, not of awe. We should suggest, but never insist. Never say "this shall be done," "this shall not be done." What happens should be accepted gracefully as His will. We should cultivate a natural love for God, like what exists between mother and child. We would then be able to view the world and all happenings with a sense of detachment, amusement, admiration. Love for the Lord and His creation is the very soul of spirituality. We should constantly pray to Him for the gift of such love, and live in ceaseless awareness of divine love and dispensation. Maharaj's words beautifully remind us of the power of selfless love. In our daily lives, we often struggle with ego, misunderstandings, and differences, which keep us from experiencing true, unconditional love. However, if we learn to love selflessly, without expectations, we can transform our lives and relationships. Personal reflection. A profound example of selfless love and universal compassion is seen in the life of Trilinga Swamy, the great saint of Varanasi. Swamy was known for his extraordinary spiritual powers and deep love for all beings, regardless of how they treated him. One day, as Trilinga Swamy was walking along the banks of the Ganga, a group of arrogant men began mocking and insulting him, calling him mad and making fun of his silence and simple ways. Swamy, as always, remained calm, smiled, and walked away without uttering a word. Later that evening, these same men went out boating on the Ganga. Suddenly, a violent storm arose, and the river's waves became dangerously high. Their small boat capsized, throwing them into the raging waters. They struggled desperately, crying out for help, but there was no one nearby to save them. Just when they thought all hope was lost, they saw a mystical figure walking on the water. It was none other than Trilinga Swamy. With his divine grace, he reached out and effortlessly pulled them from the river, carrying them to the shore. Miraculously, though the storm continued, the waters around Swamy remained calm, as if nature itself was bowing to him. Once on land, the men were shocked and overwhelmed with guilt. The very saint they had insulted just hours earlier had now saved their lives without a trace of anger or revenge. They fell at his feet, begging for forgiveness. Swamy, in his infinite compassion, simply smiled and blessed them, saying, "Never mock anyone, for the divine exists in all. Love and respect all beings, and you will find true peace." This story teaches us that selfless love sees no enemies, holds no grudges, and is always ready to serve, even those who have wronged us. If we cultivate this love in our own lives, starting with our families and gradually expanding it to all, we will truly experience divine peace and unity. Maharaj's discourse and the story of Trilinga Swamy give us a profound lesson. Love is the highest virtue, and when it is selfless, it brings true happiness and spiritual fulfillment. Love does not mean expecting something in return. It means giving, understanding, and embracing all beings as divine creations. Let us strive to replace hatred with love, replace division with unity, and replace selfishness with selflessness. May we all learn to love unconditionally and spread kindness wherever we go. Let's reflect on this wisdom and try to practice it in our daily lives. Thank you for listening. Keep walking on the path of devotion and love.